Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for another video. We're going to be doing our breakdown and predictions for our Thursday night football game we have coming up during Week 16 of the 2024 NFL football season. We're going to be breaking down the Denver Broncos versus the LA Chargers, trying to predict the outcome, who's going to win, who's going to lose, and what the final score will be. We'll also touch on the money lines, the best bets, the over-unders, the spreads. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe. If you are a football fan, every single week we go over every single NFL game. We also do the same thing for every college football game every single week. We have bowl games coming up. We have the first round of the college football playoffs coming up. If you're a football fan, if you're a sports fan, make sure to subscribe. Make sure to like the video. Let's go ahead and get started. Like I said, we're going to be focusing mainly on our Thursday night game. We have a predictions video for the entire week, and then we're going to also have videos for every single game. The prime game on Thursday night, December 19th at 8:15 p.m. We have the 9-5 Denver Broncos. What a defense this team's have. They'll be playing the 8-6 LA Chargers. This is an elite defense versus an elite defense. The Chargers, pretty much for the last, I'd say, 2 months, they've had the number one defense in the NFL. They've given up a couple more points the last 2 weeks. They've kind of bumped up their defensive numbers, but overall, still, both teams have top 5 defenses statistically. Looking at the matchup here, the LA Chargers come in with a 57.7% chance to win this game. They are 3-point favorites. The over in here is 41.5. Looking at the Denver Broncos, first off, props to Bo Nix, rookie season. Props to Sean Payton. Bo Nix looked awful his first 2 games. A lot of interceptions. But since then, he's been playing relatively clean football. The reason it is Sean Payton has adapted his scheme basically to Bo Nix's strengths. Short, dink and dunk accurate passes. Roll that pocket out. Always give him the option to potentially scramble for that first down. He loves to throw on the run. He is a mobile quarterback. Use that skill set. Right now, he's closing in on 3,000 yards, 20 touchdowns, 11 picks. Solid rookie season, especially after the way the thing started. Right now, they're averaging 24 points a game, throwing for 202.7, running for 108.4, but it's that defense only giving up 17.6 points per game. Don't forget, defense always travels on the road, and they're only giving up 98.6 yards per game on the ground. This is an elite defensive stopping team on the ground. What they're going to try to do is they're going to try to attack the Chargers at the line of scrimmage, try to bottle them up, try to keep their run game in the pocket, try to keep Herbert in there, try to shut down the running game. Don't forget, the Chargers are going to be without J.K. Dobbins. That is a massive loss. They're only running for about 68 yards per game without J.K. Dobbins on the field. This is where Denver's defense is going to get after it. They're going to blitz. They're going to be bringing pressure on the line, try to force him into third and long situations. Hopefully, force Herbert into some errors, but that's obviously easier said than done because he's having a really solid season statistically, closing on 3,000 yards himself, 16 touchdowns, only 2 picks. He's only thrown 2 interceptions the entire season, and it's Week 16. The season's almost over. Right now, they're averaging 21 points a game, throwing for 196.4, running for 105.8, but that number is going to take a hit. No J.K. Dobbins here. He is potentially coming back next week, and they are also only giving up 17.6 points a game. 2 top 5 statistical defenses. They give up 211.6 through the air, 125 on the ground. Looking at the playmakers here, obviously Denver, they have Bo Nix. He can throw it. He can run it. That adapts the run game. They have Williams, Sutton, and for the Chargers, they've been pretty banged up, but they did get Ladd McConkey back. Obviously, that's a massive upgrade there. He's been the primary weapon for, I'd say, probably the last month for Herbert. But obviously, they got to get that run game going. They need some type of play-action game, something that can complement the passing game. The running game opens up the play action. They both complement one another, but both teams have defenses. So this game is going to come down to the line of scrimmage. Who's going to dominate the trenches? Who's going to dominate the line of scrimmage, starting with the running game? Who's going to be able to shut down the running game for the other team? Both teams have elite defenses. Defense travels, and then you also have an elite defense at home. So what do we have happening in this game? I think there's going to be a very hard, close, physical matchup. It's going to come down to the fourth quarter. And I could see a potential field goal being the deciding factor on this game. But ultimately, I'm going to go with Denver actually getting the upset here. I'm going to go with the +3. I have the Denver Broncos winning this one 24-21. Going with that +3, and I'm going to go over there for the total score. Denver wins on the road, but this is one of those games. It's going to be so close. It's going to be a defensively matchup. Whenever that happens, it could come down to that final possession, could come down to a field goal. Who's going to have the ball last is probably going to win this game. That's our breakdown. That's our predictions for our Thursday night football game. Make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe. If you have any comments, please drop them below, and I will respond. Thank you.